This is a small overview of the main characters from my book, A Mermaid's Cry, that is complete and available on Wattpad. This character here is Corintha Doram, and she is an 18-year-old mer who lives on the island called Isla de las Madres in what is referred to by her people as a pod. And the general concept for this is that mer are a kind of subspecies of human, and females are referred to as mermaids, and males referred to as mermen. Now, as a character, she is very discerning and especially untrusting towards strangers and other fellow mer, that she is not entirely certain of their motives and tendencies. Now, she is a very protective-oriented character, especially when it comes to that of her family, and especially of her younger brother, Lucas. This is Aries Solar. He's 19 years old, and he is the son of the chief of Isla de las Madres, and he has a very strong leadership type personality and tends to take charge most often, but this does not always work out when it comes to clashing personalities, especially between him and Corintha. Here we have Adela Desai. She's 18 years old and is one of Corintha's close friends. Now, Adela is the most strong-willed of this group of characters and has a reputation for going against the rules and advice of the esteemed elders of their pod. However, she has a very strong loyal streak to Corintha and their other close friend, Octavia, and sometimes can be a bit of a soft-hearted young lady. This here is Arcus Tavlon. He's 20 years old and is the cousin of Corintha. As the oldest of this group of characters, he has a very reserved personality and sort of plays a fatherly, protective role for all members of this small group of characters, and has a large tendency to overreact when faced with the reality that he has, in a way, failed to protect his friends and relatives. Here we have Octavia Dread, and she is 17 years old and is a close friend of Corintha and Adela. She is the scholar of this group and has a wide, vast variety of knowledge that she knows offhand of old civilizations and languages. However, despite her outward appearance, she has a very strong-willed temper, and it comes out at times when one particular character that she has a fondness for gets himself into a little bit more trouble than he should. This here is Zola Akdari, and he is 17 years old and is the cousin of Adela. Despite his very unique skills and talents as a young mer warrior, Zola has a tendency to get into a long list of trouble and scrapes that do end up with unneeded conflict and problems for this group of characters. But despite this, he happens to be my favorite character out of all these main and secondary main characters. Lastly, we have the youngest in the group, Lucas Doram, 14 years old and the brother of Corintha. Although innocent and sweet and a very strong protective streak for his sister, Lucas has a small hidden talent for explosive devices, demolitions, and has a very well-trained hand when it comes to using small portable cannons.